What does it take to be the best player of all time? A true Red Wing? You'll find out here because we're going to take a look at some of the greatest players to ever lace up their skates for the Detroit Red Wings. From legendary goal scorers to brick wall goalies, these players have left their mark on the history of this much-loved franchise. But before we get into our top 10 Detroit Red Wings players of all time, let's talk a little bit about what makes a great Red Wing. It's not about just scoring goals and making saves, it's about embodying the spirit of the Motor City. It's about toughness, grit, and resilience. It's about playing for the logo on the front of the jersey, not the name on the back. And boy, do we have some players who embody all of that and more. Starting off, we have Norm Ullman, who played center for the Red Wings from 1955 to 1968 and continued playing in the NHL until 1975, but there was much more to him. He was an 11-time All-Star and won the Lady Byng Trophy twice. He was also a member of the second version of the production line with Gordie Howe and Ted Lindsay. Surprisingly, he never won the Stanley Cup, but was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1982. But what really sets Ullman apart was his longevity. He played in more than 1,400 games over 20 seasons, impressively scoring more than 1,200 points along the way. He was undoubtedly the prototype that many greats on this list followed years later. This is a name every Red Wings fan should know. Ted Lindsay played for the Red Wings from 1944 to 1957 and won the Stanley Cup 4 times. He finished his career with almost 1,100 games played and over 850 career points. Often known as Terrible Ted, he was a ruthless opponent, known to slash, punch, elbow, knee, headbutt anyone foolish enough to attempt and stop him from doing what he wanted to do. While he was ruthless on the ice, it's not just those on-ice accomplishments that made him a legend, it was the off-ice work he did as well. Lindsay was instrumental in the formation of the NHL Players Association, and his advocacy for players' rights helped shape the modern NHL. That's right, all the NHL players can thank him for his service. To this day, Lindsay's lifting of the Stanley Cup over his head in 1952 remains an iconic symbol of NHL history. At number 8, Henrik Zetterberg played for the Red Wings from 2002 through 2018, playing in almost 1,100 career games and finishing with 960 points. He was the captain of the team for several years and won the Conn Smythe Trophy in 2008, along with the Stanley Cup. During his career, he was probably best known for his face-off work and two-way play. But what really makes Zetterberg special is his work ethic. He was a relentless worker both on and off the ice, and his dedication to the game is an inspiration for players everywhere. Pavel Datsyuk was a Russian center who was known for his otherworldly skill. He was a magician with the puck, capable of making defenders and goalies look foolish with his slick moves and silky smooth hands. He was almost a point-per-game player during his NHL career, while he also played a ton for Russia internationally. He played for the Red Wings from 2001 through 2016 and won 2 Stanley Cups with the team. He was a 3-time Selke Trophy winner, a 4-time Lady Byng winner, and played multiple All-Star games. Datsyuk was also known for his defensive prowess and his ability to take over the game in all areas of the ice. Widely considered as one of the greatest goalies of all time, Terry Sawchuk played over 2 stints for the Red Wings from 1949 to 55 and again from 57 to 64. Earning 445 wins in his remarkable career. He won the Stanley Cup 4 times, 3 times with the Red Wings, and was a 4-time Vezina Trophy winner. And can we talk about his toughness? The way he played through a myriad of injuries and never backed down from a challenge? Absolutely incredible. To become one of the greatest goalies in NHL history, Sawchuk fought through face abrasions, fractured bones, a collapsed lung, broken vertebrae, and chronic depression in the days before backup goalies and goalkeeper masks. Sawchuk personified the spirit of Detroit both then and now. Tough times can't break the spirit of a tougher person. Alex Delvecchio played for the Red Wings from 1950 to 1974 and finished his career with 1,550 games played and almost 1,300 points, and won the Stanley Cup 3 times with the team and was a 13-time All-Star. But what really sets Delvecchio apart was his consistency. He scored at least 20 goals in 10 different seasons and had over 60 points in 13 different seasons. Delvecchio was the master of the faceoff circle, winning more than 55% of his draws throughout his career. He was lucky enough to center Ted Lindsay and Gordie Howe by 1952, which helped the team win its third of its 4 championships in the 50s. Delvecchio also won the Lady Byng Trophy 3 times during his playing career and was a gentlemanly player in addition to being a very intelligent passer and graceful skater. By the way, he's also one of the longest-serving Red Wings of all time and is third in points, goals, and assists for the franchise. Sergey Fedorov is another Russian center who played for the Red Wings from 1990 to 2003, but this guy won the Stanley Cup 3 times with the team and was a 6-time All-Star. Fedorov's versatility set him apart. He could play both forward and defense, and he was equally effective in both roles. He was also known for his blazing speed and his ability to make plays at high speeds. For the majority of his playing time in Detroit, he was referred to as 3 ideal players in one by both teammates and rivals. That's because he was a fantastic goal scorer, a top-notch passer, and a superb defender. Because of his wits and dexterity, head coach Scotty Bowman could use Fedorov as a defenseman on the blue line for extended periods of time. With Detroit, Fedorov ranked among the top 10 players in career goals, assists, and points. Few players contributed more to the Red Wings during their career than Sergey Fedorov, and that's despite his controversial exit and derogatory remarks about his former coach. And here you go, the third best Detroit Red Wing ever, Nicholas Lidstrom. He played for the Red Wings from 91 to 2012 and won the Stanley Cup 4 times with the team and was a 7-time Norris Trophy winner. He's also a 12-time All-Star and won the Conn Smythe Trophy and is a member of the Triple Gold Club. Along with all the hardware that he won, he also played in over 1,500 career games and finished with over 1,100 career points. Lidstrom was an incredibly intelligent player. He was a master of positioning and could read the game like few others could. He was the first European-born Conn Smythe Trophy winner and the first European-born captain of a Stanley Cup winning team. He's also tied with Doug Harvey for the second most Norris Trophy wins. His precision passing and ability to quarterback the power play was a threat for opponents and a treat to watch for all fans. Considering Nick Lidstrom was number 3 on our list, the next 2 must be pretty impressive. Steve Yzerman played center for the team from 1983 to 2006 and won the Stanley Cup 3 times, the Conn Smythe Trophy, Lester B. Pearson, Selke Trophy, and Bill Masterson Memorial Trophy, and was an All-Star 10 different times. He played in over 1,500 games and finished with 1,755 points, good for 7th currently all-time. He's also the only player in NHL history to put up 155 points in a season, not named Gretzky or Lemieux. But what really sets Yzerman apart was his leadership. He was the captain of the team for over 20 years and was known for his quiet intensity and his ability to inspire his teammates. He also had a knack for coming through in clutch situations, as proven by his famous double overtime goal in Game 7 of the 1996 Western Conference Finals. Yzerman was the franchise's driving force ever since he was selected in the first round in 1983, and completely altered his strategy to become one of the game's top defenders. But wait, while being totally defensive-minded, he still managed to score a ton of goals. There wasn't a single thing the Detroit Red Wings required that Steve Yzerman couldn't give throughout his 23 years with the team. He was, and always will be, the personification of a Red Wing. No list of Red Wing greats would be complete without mentioning Gordie Howe, as he's our choice as the top Red Wing ever. Mr. Hockey played for the team from 1946 through 1971 and won the Stanley Cup 4 times. He's also a 23-time All-Star and won the Hart Trophy 6 times, and as you probably know, is the 4th leading scorer in NHL history. He's the definition of talent and longevity, and to think that he played until he was 52 years old and was still a productive player even in his later years is just insane. Howe was also known for his toughness and physicality, as well as his all-round skill as a scorer, playmaker, and defender. He's one of the greatest players of all time and the best player in the history of the franchise. No one has a scoring, durability, and toughness combination like his. Mr. Hockey he is and always will be. And there you have it, hockey fans, the top 10 Detroit Red Wings. Let us know in the comments if you agree with our list or if we forgot anybody. Do us a favor and hit that like and subscribe button, and remember, it's a great day for hockey.